for today's cup of coffee with Scream.
Cup of coffee.
My God, it's been a screamer.
Mm-hmm.
It truly has.
Yeah.
And we're recording this on March the 22nd, of course, 2025.
Why does shit blow up on the 20, like any day that's, like, it's either the 11th or the 22s?
And this is, if you go through history on some of this stuff and you're like, oh, because it's there. All you have to do is pay attention.
Yeah.
I don't believe in coincidence. So it's like, do I know exactly what it means? I don't know what it means. I don't know what it means. I just know it's there. Something else idea. I know that is there. It has just been, the social media thing for the past couple of days has absolutely been insane.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm one of these, I'm an independent thinker. I don't like other people telling me what to do. I'm almost 60 years old. I can make those decisions for myself.
Yes. Yes.
And this deal that people, and I guess people have always been this way, it's just being brought into the light, how judgmental and condemning and self-righteous and sanctimonious a lot of people are.
Mm-hmm.
Over a fucking bottle of pop. A bottle of pop. Is that really what is going to be the beginning of the Civil War in our nation? A bottle of pop.
What was the bottle of pop?
And this has been going on for a long time. And I have been on the receiving end of some of this shit for many, many years. So have others.
Uh-huh.
If I want... Who was it? It was back in the 80s. They had this... Was it Elvira that said, if I want your opinion, I'll beat it out of you?
Yeah. It was one of those little old biddies that was over the what was her name? Chastity Pariah.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. There has to be an exchange, and when there is no exchange, such as someone say, what do you think about this? Then you can go ahead and tell them whatever. Mm-hmm. Because that's reciprocal. But for somebody to just automatically start saying, you need to do and you need to stop doing, and no, you're overstepping boundaries. Mm-hmm. You are discrediting that person's personhood.
Yes.
As an individual.
You're discrediting their worthiness of being a human on this earth.
A lot of it, yes. And this deal with MAHA, which was Make America Healthy Again, and oh my God, this has been going on for years.
Oh, that bottle.
Years. You've got the vegans and the vegetarians and the New Agers and the Christians and any other, name a group. I guess it would include the Muslims and the Jews and anybody like that doesn't eat pork. And it's like everybody's wanting to dictate to everybody else what they need to do.
Mm-hmm.
Stay in your own damn lane.
Literally. Why are you trying to dictate other people's lives? Why are you trying to almost live other people's lives for
them? And those of us that smoke, well, don't you know? Yes, I do know. I probably could tell you, more about it than somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
Then why do you do it? Reasons. That is my personal whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Because I am a human. God gave me this life. Not somebody else's to dictate.
Right.
Same thing with the tattoos. Oh my God, how often have we caught flack because ink on skin?
Many times. And it's stupid because it's like, yeah, sure, back in biblical times, it was a mark as a slave or whatever. But now it's not that.
No
it is
not.
Art that you wear on your body.
Yes. Some of it is a reminder.
Yeah.
And it's like now this deal about a bottle of pop. Whether if somebody receives EBT or food stamps or what kind of assistance you want, what they should be able to buy with that.
Mm-hmm.
And you talk about dragging the ugly out of people. My God, that has dragged the ugly out of people. Some of them wasn't that far from it anyhow.
Yeah.
I am not a fan of Matt Walsh.
No, he's a very pompous asshole who's... What was that? What was the thing that Dirty Donna talked about her sister's husband because he was pompous and thought that he was better than everyone else?
He's a modern day Pharisee.
Yeah, but what was it that she said? Oh, that stick up the ass, Benedict.
It was to the point today when he was on his tear. And I told him, I said, Matt, you are the single reason I would never consider Catholicism.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's other reasons. And if you're Catholic, I'm not. We don't down anybody's belief system. We share ours, and that's it.
Yeah, but not all Catholics are like that. And that's the thing. People like Matt Walsh and other people who are on this fucking self-righteous pedestal, they make a bad name for a lot of them.
Absolutely. Because there's a whole lot of Protestants that I don't want to be around them neither.
Right.
This is why it's me and God on the front porch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But, you know, this is interesting that some of these people, like I said, horrible things, like it was literally coming out of their pocket. And most of them don't have a clue who is receiving EBT.
Right.
Because it's not just the welfare queens.
Right. That's the thing. When they're screaming about some of that shit, that really shows how disconnected from the people they are.
Yeah. Yes. And I get it. Everybody, since the Jerry Springer days, has been upset about the lady that's got 15 baby daddies and she getting all this stuff and everything like that. That's not typical.
No, it's not typical.
And is the system broken? Yes, it is.
And we don't.
Does it encourage people to, once you get on services, to have to remain there? Yes, it does.
And we don't know the circumstances, what made them make the life choices that they
Right.
did.
Right. That kind of needs to come from within communities, change within communities.
Mm-hmm.
And what they're trying to do is make this a very shallow subject, and it's not. It is a very deep subject.
Right.
But it's also one of those, when you start taking away basic rights from a human being, such as food choices.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember, it must have been, I don't remember which election it was, but it was one of them, that there was this young black man from an urban environment. And he was serious about becoming violent if somebody took away his Fruit Loops or his mother's ability to get him Fruit Loops. And we can sit there and we can go, that's stupid. No, that's dangerous.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's very easy to point a finger at others. But how many times has these people gone and spoken with these people?
Right. I highly doubt that people like Matt Walsh have talked to many of those people.
Right. Because he considers them beneath him.
Mm-hmm.
And it was almost on some of the things, I know that this one person, it's like, oh yes, if I'm throwing you crumbs, then yes, I dictate what crumbs you get.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'll tell you, as far as scripture, Proverbs 18:21, it said, death and life are in the power of the tongue, and those who love it will eat its fruit. Now, a lot of these people make their living running their mouths.
Mm-hmm.
Personally, I pray daily, God, please put a guard at my mouth.
Yes.
Because I would not want to be responsible for driving someone away from Christ.
People really, they let their mouths override their ass many times, and it does so much damage that they don't even care. They don't
Right.
care.
And like I said, they don't realize how easily it could happen to them. There's a lot of people, myself included, that never wanted or thought that they would be in some of the situations that we find ourselves in.
The reason they don't care and they don't realize is because they think that it can't happen to them.
Right. The only reason that anybody can get up and get out of bed every day is by the grace of God.
Yes. Yes.
And how foolish to think that they've done all this within themselves.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of people. It wasn't just me that, as far as losing jobs and stuff like that, and just life. I have heard many people. I know that there was this one gentleman that he had lost everything because that he had quit his job trying to take care of his aging parents. Here in the Appalachian Mountains, it's not uncommon that you can have jobs, and this was true my entire working life, that just the way things are here, even when you've got a job, you're still considered working poor.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's Appalachian Mountains. And then you've got these people, well, why don't you move? This is the place of my people.
This is home.
This is home. To have less stuff and be home.
Mm-hmm.
And these urban areas, they get all the stuff first.
Yeah.
So Appalachians, we're used to crumbs. But that man who said that angered me.
Mm-hmm.
And some of these people, like I said,
they
don't realize how easily it can happen to them. And we think about that as far as Charles Dickens, when they was talking about, we'll let them just die and decrease the surplus population. And that when Christmas presents, he said, maybe you need to find out the next time who the surplus population is.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe in the eyes of God, that your life is more worthless than this small child.
Yep.
So I think people are treading on really dangerous ground when they get in on that stuff. But I thought, all this is a distraction technique. It's more divide. God knows what is being stolen from us while they're arguing over a bottle of pop.
Literally.
And they would double down on it.
Mm-hmm. Because most people would rather double down because admitting you're wrong is way too hard for some.
I think some of it's a matter of humbling themselves.
That goes right into it. That is the key point. They don't want to humble themselves.
Mm-hmm. It's incredible. And it's like it was another big influencer. And what started it was some of the influencers, they're like, hey, maybe we need to let people make their own food choices. And then supposedly Big Pop was donating to some of these people. Look, I've heard this shit for years. Well, don't you know that that's got this and this? And it's like, do you eat any kind of processed food?
Literally, do you go to McDonald's?
And
do you go to
that
Pizza
they
Plus?
don't.
Do you go to Taco Bell?
That maybe they like John the Baptist. They out there living on locusts and wild honey. God bless you. You're the exception to the rule.
No, some of these people, what they're doing is that they're going to these big fucking expensive restaurants that have all pure ingredients or whatever. But it's like that, dude, a fool and their money are soon parted.
Yeah.
I've learned that.
I will tell you this, whatever it is, give thanks for it.
Yeah.
Enjoy it. There's a young woman that I communicate with there on X that she has, she got the tisms and it's severely. She can't function on her own. And she'll talk about her mama going and getting her different things and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. We have segments in our society that are invisible. And people want them to remain invisible, because if they see them, then they feel that there's the possibility they may have to do something. So they want them to be nameless, faceless numbers that they can spew their vitriol over. Yeah. Let me tell you something. I am not impressed by these people in the least. But anyhow, as far as them talking about, Trump talks to Bill Maher, one of them was bitching about that. Well, why would you do this? Because they said it. Because it's called diplomacy. It's called trying to find common ground. It's called, of course, this person wouldn't know that because they ain't Christian. And very much anti-Christian. But it says, if your enemy is hungry, feed him. If he's thirsty, give him something to drink. In doing this, you will heap burning coals on his head. Do not be overcome by evil, but overcome evil with good. That doesn't mean you don't call out evil, because you are supposed to do that.
Yeah.
But I thought, how horrible would it be if, honest to God, the Second Civil War was over a bottle of pop?
And a box of Fruit Loops, maybe a box of Gushers.
Yeah. Fruit Loops has got more, any of those cereals and stuff like that, they've got more sugar than a bottle of pop.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is it the most healthful thing to drink? No, it's not.
No, it's not the most healthful thing. But the thing is, listen, people should have the right to buy whatever the fuck they want.
Sure. Personally, I think that they ought to put the cane sugar back in it, and then people wouldn't feel the need to perpetually consume it. There ain't nothing wrong with a bottle of pop every now and then. There is something wrong with somebody's heart that is so hard that they would deny somebody a bottle of pop.
Yeah.
We've got people out there that are older, that are disabled, different things like that they do have EBT. Good. They need it. Now, these people that were here illegally,
they don't
getting all that stuff, no, because taxpayers paid into that. Do I think it's right for morality? If you got one baby and you didn't figure out how that baby got there, you can't legislate morality either.
No.
Because that's a really slippery slope. We're in a world of shit.
Up times.
We're in a world of shit.
Yeah.
But if you explain to somebody, look, honey, if you wait till you find somebody and that you have a covenant with that other person and God, because even if you think about that, yeah, I'm over this person, and God's sitting there going, I was part of that deal, and you're going, oh, okay.
Yeah.
People used to think of that. It meant something. And it's like, God, it's just, everything's been insane.
Yeah.
Totally, completely insane. Personally, I don't care what somebody, if they want to drink a bottle of pop, if they want to drink a bottle of beer, if they want to drink a cup of coffee, you are an adult. Make your own decisions. Do not feel the need to control anybody. If I can try to have some control over myself, I've got my hands full.
Yes. Yes. That's the thing. People are more concerned about what other people are doing than focusing on themselves.
I don't pay attention. It was like the... What
but
did
that's
you
what
ask
these
me?
people trying to dictate what other people are doing.
Oh, you had asked me earlier. It's like, did you hear how... And I said no, because I was in here minding my own business.
Yeah.
I don't eavesdrop. If I go in somebody's house, I don't look in their medicine cabinet. None of that. None of it. It's none of my business. And I don't want it to be my business.
Yeah.
I don't have to shake down cells. I don't have to dress people anymore. I don't have to tell people to squat and cough. I don't have to do any of that. I am no longer on the clock. Because when you have been in a position of power where you do have power over somebody, you have to wield that. You're responsible to God.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And I don't care what anybody did to allow a human being to have some dignity in circumstances where there was none. Yeah.
It's just all fucking crazy.
Because I truly do believe to treat others the way you would like to be treated.
Yes. Treat others how you yourself would want to be treated.
Uh-huh.
Do you want to be treated with dignity? Do you want to be treated with respect? Do you want someone dictating what you can or cannot do, what you can and cannot eat, what you can and cannot drink?
Do you want somebody coming in doing the nanny state? Well, you need to.
Yeah.
What do you do? I don't have to give, I don't have to give an account to anybody other than God.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody's like, my God, she truly is just so Gen X. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But that's like we had family member text us out of the blue.
Mm-hmm.
Be like, hey, can you bring...
A bottle of pop.
Yeah.
Oh, and it was just like...
Just a bottle of pop. And it's like, well, tell them that we don't got any of the small bottles, so it's going to be a 2-liter. And she's like, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine.
But it was just so funny because this relative very rarely ever says anything to us. And for it to be bottle of pop day...
Yeah.
It's like, it was just hilarious. God has a sense of humor. He really does.
And internally, when you feel like a bottle of pop that got shook up.
Yeah. And other places may not call it. It's like, well, they're calling it pop. It's pop around here.
Yeah.
I will occasionally say soda. It came from soda pop. Yeah. Those other places, it's like Coke or Pepsi. And it's like, okay, what if you drank Mountain Dew? What if you wanted an Orange Crush?
Right. But under the, it's all a Coke to them. It's all a Pepsi to them. It's all a drink.
Yeah. Now around here, if you say that, you will get specifically what you asked for. If you wanted a Coke, you will get a Coke.
You gotta have specifics.
Mm-hmm.
Because those generalizations can screw up a lot of things.
There's some people that it didn't matter to them which kind it is, but there's some people that, it matters a lot.
People get pissed off when they get some people get really pissed off when they get the wrong thing and they didn't specify, and then they're like, why'd you not give me what I wanted? You just said, you said this, so I gave you this. And
the idiocy of people going, diabetes is caused by overconsumption of sugar.
It is not.
No, it is not. And that lie is just perpetuated, and it does not matter how many times you try to, edify them. They don't want to be edified. They want to believe the lie.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
A whole lot of it has to do with genetics.
Yeah.
But it a bottle of pop. My God. Let me sit here with my cup of coffee. Mm-hmm. It's like staying young damn lane. Instead of the shot fired round the world or heard round the world, I mean, what would this be? The bottle of pop heard round the world?
Can we have the popping cat instead of the great soda pop war?
I would like to have that. I would like to think that people would have a little bit of self-reflection and sit there and go, I'm not one of the good guys. Because in a situation like this, no, if you're human, You're not a good guy. You may try to be better than you are. I know where I've been. I am one of the most screwed up, broken human beings that you will ever listen to. I have done things that I don't even like to think about, which is why I am so grateful for the grace and redemption of God. I know who saved my ass.
Yeah.
Many times, more than once. This is why
He's
I
always
believe what
been
I
there.
believe.
Huh?
I said, this is why I believe what I believe. I know who was there for me. And it, everybody's got the story.
Yes.
Everybody has a story.
Yes.
But by shit, if you want a bottle of pop, you go get you a bottle of pop.
Yep.
Don't you let these assholes tell you you can't have a bottle of pop.
I'm going
You're a grown-ass person.
I'm going to get my bottle of pop and damn those people.
It's just, I don't. Oh, humans. And I'm like, God, is it time to reset again? And it may be. It may be. As it was in the days of Lot and as it was in the days of Noah. And we've got both of them going on for real, folks. For real.
Yeah.
Everybody's having paranormal. Everybody's having supernatural. Don't be an asshole. I mean, honestly.
Do not be an asshole.
Let other people live their lives. You live yours.
Let people be.
Yeah.
Unless they're causing some, like, major shit, you know?
Yeah. I mean, it's one of those that if you were, and these people doing, I would do. Well, God didn't put you there to do. So sit there, pray for the one that God did put there to do. And do what you're supposed to be doing.
Yeah, and it's like, at the end of the day, you really don't know what you would do.
No, you don't.
So sit down, shut up, and you do you.
Oh, go and get you a bottle of pop. Maybe that's what's wrong with some of them. They need a little bit of fizz in their life.
Have a seat. Take several seats.
God help. You want to tell them where we can be found?
You can find us on BitChute, Rumble, and YouTube at Rolanda's Cup of Coffee with Scream. You can also check us both out on X, previously known as Twitter. Her at is Orlando
shit posting.
Yeah. It's okay. Orlando COCWS. Mine is That Alien Sable.
I don't think I have ever said anything intentionally really rude to anybody. Have I called people's hands on stuff? Yes, I have.
I have certainly said things to be intentionally rude to people, but they usually deserved it.
Usually it is a matter of being kind to people. And there are some wonderful people. That's just small. Individual peoples that are wonderful. JJ is one of them. She makes the most incredible jewelry. She is an incredible human being. I believe in her. There's other ones.
See, listen, I'm not perfect, okay? None of us are. The reason if I say something intentionally rude is because it's always because the other person was a fucking asshole, and I wanted to.
Probably. And we've got, as far as Vanessa, she comes by and she's got a channel over there as far as astrology. She's another. All our pirates are amazing.
Yeah.
They truly are. And if any of y'all, if you want to post whatever your X account is, do that. Put it there in the comments.
Follow y'all.
Yeah, we'll follow you. We'll promote you.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
You got more followers than me on X then.
Yeah. I think I've got a slew of bots.
How many followers do you got?
I don't know. I don't keep up with it for
I got
real.
16.
Okay.
And the majority of them are bots.
And it's okay.
They're the type of bots I really don't want.
Well, if it's something that you don't want, get rid of it. But,
Yeah.
It's just... When it is like it is today, it ain't fun.
No.
It ain't fun. And it's just,
Today it felt like a test.
Yeah. And there's a whole lot of people, like I said, they don't realize how easy it could happen to them. All you have to do is be in the wrong place at the wrong time. We've known plenty of them that were like that. Pray for people. Pray for us. We need prayer all the time. All the time.
Yeah.
To sit there and go, Lord, keep a guard at her mouth.
Yep.
Know that you are loved. Treat other people the way you would like to be treated. And Lord willing, we'll see you on the next cut.
Mm-hmm.
Bye.
Bye.